Good morning. We will start with our Qigong exercise for this morning. Initially, it's going to start with centering, deep breathing. Have your feet just underneath you, about shoulder width apart. Really feel your knees are bent, your hips are relaxed, your bodies are relaxed. You want to have this feeling of sinking and settling your weight down into your heels. So everything kind of aligns from your hips through your knees into your heels, so that you have this good solid base. And then continue to just think about and project that seating, that energy about 4 feet into the ground, and develop that really nice root. Right now, we'll kind of just stand in kind of Wu Wei, so toes pointed in line with the knees, shoulders comfortably down, not military back, not hunched. Tuck the tailbone in. You want to be able to have a slightly a straightened spine. Tuck the chin in a little bit, but also it's not just the spine. When you are properly stacked, your breathing is easier. Your breathing is deeper. So you want to come in and just stand. You want to feel like you've got a small ball or something in your armpit, so that everything's kind of hangs. I tend to do that naturally, so I've always kind of walked like this. Let's just stand and just deep breathing. Clear the mind, relax the body, relax the mind. Deep diaphragmatic breathing. Imagine you're sending that air, that prana, that life energy down into lower dantian and building this ball of energy. One visualization you can do is as you breathe in, you feel that ball of energy expand. As you exhale, condense that ball of energy. It still is there, but you're adding energy and then you're condensing it, you're packing it in. One hand over lower dantian. You can interlock the thumbs. Same thing, deep breathing. Put focus on this lower dantian. Feel that energy. Really imagine sinking your energy into your heels. Send that energy down through your legs, your heels, into the ground. In this case, gravity is your friend. All right, relax. Kind of bounce. Bounce through your heels. Let everything relax. Feel where you may be tense. Make sure you don't have any locked up joints. Raise the shoulders up a little bit. Raise up, sink down. Just feel your body. All right. Now, feet about shoulder width apart. You're going to turn. And in this case, hips, shoulders turn together. Your arms are very relaxed. It is your torso that moves your arms. Very good lesson. Now, in this case right now, we're not moving our feet. We're just using this to twist the spine. But it's important to have that relaxation and feeling. My torso is what moves my arms. To create more effortless power, you relax, you let your core and the turning help produce power. One arm along the lower dantian, one arm's going to knock on the door of life, lumbar section. You come up and hit lung one, right here at the shoulder, you got an indentation. Now, I want you also then to move your feet. So now, as I turn, I'm going to move on my heel. And all the while, it's my torso that turns my arms. If you find yourself swinging your arms using your shoulder muscles, relax that. Bring it back forward. A little spinal cord breathing. So I want you to bend the knees, come up your center line. This is the inhale. Roll your shoulders down and back, chest out, but still breathe through lower dantian. The temptation is to make it a chest breathing because we're expanding the chest. But start in the lower dantian and fill up. As you exhale, drop the knees, tuck the tailbone, roll the arms together, collapse. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. You can imagine almost springing that inhale and intake of energy. Collapse. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. You can turn to the side, turn to your left side. And right side. Then back to center. Come back down. Little standing. So your arms are loose. Your elbows are not locked. You're pressing through your palms and your wrist. As always, your thumb and your index finger are slightly opposed to each other, creating and activating the center of palm. Meridian point there, Lao Gong. And bring palms up. As I'm spiraling my little finger, rolling up towards the ceiling and setting plates down. I come down and I begin to bend my knees. You can also raise up on the ball of your feet here. Find balance. You don't spread your legs, but keep them in line. Go a little lower. Hold. Now, if this is too much on your knees, it's perfectly fine. You can do this standing up. Back's everything. Shoulders press down and back. Float the hands up. Float the hands down. Resonate with the energy centers on the way up along the spine. Resonate with the energy centers. Resonate. Now let's go all the way up. Roll your elbows back. Come down. Float it up. Inhale. Turn the hands over. Exhale. You can count your breaths if you wish. Now we're going to breathe in. Get to the top and hold. Turn the hands over. Come down. Exhale. Resonate with energy centers. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Breathe in through the nose. Hold. Exhale. Exhale through the nose. Hold. The energy centers, chakras, root, sacral, solar plex, heart, throat, third eye, crown. Some systems, put another one on top. You also have similar to meridian theories where you have the major meridians that run down your body and then lots of minor. Same thing with the energy channels, that you also have little small areas of energy centers, small chakras throughout the body as well, where just things begin to collect pressure points, etc. Spread the feet out a little bit. Curling. Keep the palm up as much as possible. I do this holding a rock. A little small river stone is how I initially was taught this. So this hand stays always in this concave formation. And the idea was don't drop the rock. And once you got in, so you weren't dropping the rock anymore, if you focus on the boot. So notice my hip, elbows move together. You want to feel the coordination in your body, a coordination in your breathing. If you feel tightness, slowly work through it. Be intentional. If you feel pain, be your own judge. But I have used this to help my shoulders keep in good health and heal my shoulders a lot. Over the last year, when I had a pretty serious shoulder injury, this is kind of what brought it all back home again. I can also go inside. Relax your body, but be intentional. And you can have one go in and one go out, and then we're just going to get into a mess. Yeah, if you're just going to play with this. all the while, my mind doesn't think. My mind is in my heart. My mind is in my body. Now, breathe in, come around, back of palms together. Feel that extension through your shoulders. Let the hands come down. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, push the hips back, extend the arms. Open. Now come back. One hand spirals down so that my thumb is at my central line coming down and presses towards my dantian. My other hand spirals up and presses towards heaven. So you're splitting heaven and earth. I can accent this by pushing this hip out and pressing. I want to feel not just the torque and the tendons, but also feel this through the fascia. This is my inhale. Exhale, now we come down. Inhale, we rise up. Exhale, we come down. Inhale, we rise up. Exhale, we come down. Bring it down the center line. And one of my favorite Qigong, which exercises, which incorporates most everything. If you ever just need to do one, this is probably it. Feet shoulder width apart, everything relaxed. I'm visualizing bringing energy up. For me, I'm resonating, and I feel that connection between my palms, my forearms, my mind, my body, and my energy centers that we just pointed out. Inhale. Feel that resonation. As I pass each energy center, it's already alive, it's already moving. I'm just connecting with it. So I'm bringing my awareness to each of those energy centers as I pass through it. And depending on what you feel on a certain day, I might stop at one. If I stop at the root, then it begins to enhance the effects of that energy center. On to the next one. I can do this slowly. Now I'm just connecting with solar plex, heart, throat. The throat, you end up with truth and integrity. Third eye, wisdom. Crown, spirit. Raise up. And that coming down. You can do this as slow or as fast as you wish. As you just said, you can take time to pause if certain energy center seems to resonate more, or at times, once you have gotten a feel for them, if you don't feel it, spend some time there. Might be something that's blocking and it needs a little bit extra awareness. It happens during times of stress, upheaval. All right, now we should come up, bend the knees, rise up, neck, finger and index finger and your thumb. And so on my inhale, bring your forearms, your elbows together as much as possible. Exhale, send that energy out. Purging energy, so tonifying, strengthening energy is inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. Purge, used energy, refresh energy. I inhale through the nose. I exhale through my mouth. So I want to get rid of bad energy. And bad's not a great word for it, but it can be just say used or negative energy, but also just used energy. Replenishing. Now bring the hands down. Severe whole skull, but also in this case, we're looking at lungs. So connect the index finger and thumb. Now stand and absorb. Your knees are not locked. You're sinking your weight, your tailbone's tucked, sinking your weight through the heels. Same principles apply as we stand here. Stand and absorb. You can focus on lower dantian. Technically, you can focus on any of your energy centers. When you're doing your practice, then listen down deep to that small, still voice. Your soul, your spirit will lead you more into where you need to go. So honor that. Be discerning about it, but practice following it. All right, let's move into kidneys. Hand comes up, extends, doesn't lock out. With separation in your joints, you're going to feel this torque as it comes down. Bend at the waist, scoop from the ground, come up, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now shorten it, just come to your waist. If you have back issues and it really is uncomfortable to bend at the waist, just keep them at the waist, just keep it going, your arm going waist high. Now come right up center line. 2 fingers out, connect to lower dantian, stand and absorb. Replace your hands. Right hand comes down, inhale, exhale. Come up just waist. Sometimes I really like to, this is all relaxed, so it's not like pushing, but I just want to extend. And when I do, I'm relaxing the shoulder, I'm pushing and relaxing my elbow joint and wrist as it turns over. I want to feel this extension. through my fingers and the joints of my fingers. Above center line. All right. Step out just a little bit. One of my favorite water exercises for kidneys. Just come down. So once again, tuck the tailbone in, tuck the tailbone in. You're kind of pushing, so I'm still sinking into my heels. And I come down as if I'm pulling energy up from the earth and up through my kidney meridians. Shoulders stay down. I come to chest height and I roll with hands out. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Really feel this. As if I'm pulling good energy up through all my system. Out. 2 more times. Walk the feet back in. Bare palms fall behind. It's the same thing as you did in the front. Stand and absorb. You can put your mind in your kidneys. You can have an attitude of gratitude, appreciation, good vibes in your kidneys. Send good healing thoughts. Visualize a deep blue, nice healthy deep blue in your kidneys. Relax that. Both the hands up, both the hands down. Load up, load down. Load up, load down. Step out just a little bit. So my feet are now a little wider than my shoulders. Knees are not locked. We're going to be working on liver. So with liver, I want to have, once again, the attitude of gratitude. I want to have appreciation, and I want to visualize good, healthy, green color in my liver. I'm going to come up and resonate with the liver and gallbladder meridians. They're paired together. This is my inhale. Turn the hands over. Exhale. Other side. Imagine I'm resonating with those meridians that run up. Liver and gallbladder. The liver is going to stop about here. The gallbladder continues, but back and forth across the head. And sometimes you'll notice the first 3, 4, 5, 10 of these. I'll breathe in through my mouth, in through my nose, exhale to my mouth for purging, and then I'll switch to exhaling just through my nose for more tonifying and strengthening. Walk your feet back underneath you so they're directly underneath on your shoulders. Raise the hands out, standing like a tree hugging, Zhanshuang. As always, knees, toes aligned, relaxed. I want everything stacked upon the hips and the pelvis. Tailbones tucked in, shoulders are relaxed, but roll back. If I hunch, which I have a tendency to roll my shoulders forward, and we just want to comfortably set them back. Not military, just comfort. Elbows angled somewhat down, relaxed, but hands are kind of pointed at 30 degrees towards you. So you have just a slight amount of torque through here, not really tension. And then I want to relax everything. I want everything to be held only enough muscular action to keep me from falling. Everything else is to be relaxed. Do this properly, you relax enough so it's just your skeleton that's keeping you up. Now, obviously, I'm holding my hands up here. If I want to do the same thing in Wu Wei, I'd relax everything and all my bones will just stack on top of each other. We would have the same principle, but now we have the hands here. There are things you can do to visualize energy coming around, coming down the inside and up the backside, down and up. You can imagine that energy circulating. You can just keep that energy circulating through your arms and palms if you wish. It's your practice. Experiment, do some different things with it, but also be in a place where you're so quiet when you hear yourself speak in that still small voice. You listen and you hear, and then you pay attention to it. You relax that. Now we'll go into heart. Obviously, heart is red. So one of my favorite is just cloudy hands. So one hand, it's my body that moves. Change hands. So this could be one move, one side, the other is my inhale, then my exhale. Connect, focus, absorb. Regulating heart energy, connecting with it. I can also drop down to lower dantian. So my palms and forearms tingle and alive with energy. I tend to break into a sweat. Now we go into third eye. Keep it as slow as your breath. Time everything to your breath at this point. Eventually, in some of these, we get rid of paying attention to the breath, like in our meditation, but it's an excellent tool for beginners, intermediate, and advanced. Float the hands down, float the hands up. Float the hands down, up, down. Now roll hands up, out as if you're holding a ball. So I'm twisting my arm, and that helps to activate these meridians, pulling the wrist back, extending the thumb and the little finger. And as if I'm pushing up on a boulder or something. If you feel your shoulders rise up, relax them. Relax. Now, maybe runs the shuttle, but as if I'm doing high block with a push. Right hand now points, palm up to the elbow. Left hand comes down. Right hand then rotates out. Inhale. Exhale. Really feel this push. Inhale. In this case, just come to your center line. And you want it slow enough that this is all my inhale, no matter how deep it is. My exhale, it can be nice and slow. The more that you practice Qigong, the deeper your breaths will become. The slower your movements will be when timed with your breath. That's okay. So much of Qigong long-term work on consciousness and awareness happens without movements. And the hands up, come up, one diamond, press out, release, both hands up, both hands down. One more time. Now we're going to go into spleen and stomach. So I'm going to imagine spleen and stomach right in here being this healthy, beautiful yellow color. Good vibes in here. Push the hips back, press, gather, send it in through spleen and stomach. Next hand, then you're just going to leave your hand compress, condense at the lower dantian. Next hand comes out, brings good energy in. When I press my hips out and I bring them back, I leave my tailbone tucked. So I don't want to come back to just a regular standing position. I want proper stance. All of these, you get into a rhythm. You do this enough, you get into a rhythm. With some of these movements, there's a tendency to stop or be staccato with it. You want to take away that. Every time there's a stop or staccato movement in your breath, in your body, it means your mind is also not calm. training mind, body, and breath. All right, standing position, any meditation, knees bent, shoulders dropped, elbows at your side, forearms parallel to the floor, fingers slightly cocked at an angle outward, thumb, little finger, always opposed to each other, creating contact, stand and absorb, bringing earth energy in through your feet, to the palms of your hands, resonating with that earth energy. Relax, bend the knees, come up, gather. Turn to the right, gather, face forward, and down. Turn to the left, gather, forward, and down. To the right. One more time to the right. To the sides. Come on. Lower dantian, hands in front, feet together. Bamboo sways in the wind. That concludes our session for today. Thank you.